The mysterious events surrounding Ohio's woods are explored in depth, uncovering local legends, unexplained occurrences, and eerie discoveries that have captivated both residents and outsiders. This deep dive examines the history, potential explanations, and the lingering mysteries that have made the Ohio woods a place of intrigue and speculation. Ohio, often celebrated for its diverse landscapes, holds an intriguing secret within its lush greenery and sprawling forests. From the Appalachian foothills in the southeast to the fertile plains of the northwest, the state's geographical tapestry sets the perfect stage for stories steeped in mystery. But it's the woods, vast, ancient, and often impenetrable, that capture the imagination of both locals and visitors. These forests, brimming with dense canopies and shadowy trails, have long been the setting for chilling legends and unexplained phenomena. Whether it's eerie sightings, strange disappearances, or whispers of cursed relics buried beneath the soil, Ohio's woods have become a hotspot for those who crave the supernatural. With every rustling leaf and faint echo, these forests invite you to explore a world where the boundary between reality and the unknown grows faint. This is where our journey begins, a deep dive into the mysteries that make Ohio's woods a place of intrigue, fear, and fascination. Long before settlers arrived, Ohio's woods were home to Native American tribes who revered these forests as sacred ground. Among their oral traditions, countless legends and folklore have been passed down, painting the woods as places of both wonder and danger. The Shawnee people who once roamed these lands spoke of shadow spirits that guarded the forests. These entities, neither wholly benevolent nor malevolent, were believed to punish those who disrespected the land. It is said that eerie glowing lights, described as spirit eyes, would appear to warn trespassers of impending doom.
Another legend comes from the Wyandot people, who told tales of the Wendigo of the woods. Unlike the traditional northern Wendigo myths, this creature was thought to inhabit the dense forested areas of Ohio, feeding on the energy of lost travelers. Whispers of chilling howls and unnatural movements in the underbrush were said to mark its presence. The Hopewell culture, known for their ancient mounds scattered across Ohio, believed the forests were portals between worlds. They told of the forest walkers, beings who could shift between the physical and spiritual realms. Some say these beings still wander the woods, cloaked in mist, watching over their ancestral lands.
These tales, rooted in Native American heritage, add a profound sense of history and mystery to Ohio's forests. The woods are more than just a collection of trees. They are storytellers holding secrets passed down through generations, inviting us to listen closely to their whispers. The Ohio woods have always carried an air of mystery, their towering trees and dense canopies hiding untold stories. Long before urban expansion, early settlers ventured into these untamed forests, drawn by the promise of fertile land and new beginnings. But what they found was far from welcoming. In the late 1700s, settlers began recounting eerie experiences in the woods. Stories of shadows darting between the trees, the unsettling sensation of being watched, and strange noises echoing through the forest at night became common. These tales quickly spread, branding the area as cursed or haunted. Local legends spoke of Native American warnings about the land. Tribal leaders, reluctant to settle near certain parts of the woods, described it as a place where the spirits of the lost roamed. They believed the land was a thin veil between the living and the dead. However, settlers dismissed these tales as mere superstition, only to find themselves at the mercy of the woods. Disappearances and strange occurrences. Not long after, people began to vanish without a trace. First, it was the hunters who went too deep into the forest. Then, entire families would mysteriously abandon their homes near the woods, leaving behind meals uneaten and fires still burning. The few who returned were never the same, haunted, incoherent, and terrified of speaking about what they had seen. Over time, the Ohio woods gained a notorious reputation as a cursed place. While early accounts mentioned unsettling feelings and strange noises, these soon escalated into mysterious sightings and bizarre occurrences that gripped the local community in fear. By the mid-1800s, locals reported strange shadows moving swiftly between the trees. Even in broad daylight, there was an uncanny sense of being watched. Hunters and woodcutters frequently complained of shadows following them, but whenever they tried to approach, the figures would vanish into thin air. From the depths of the forest, haunting sounds began to emerge at night. Unearthly cries or wails that didn't resemble any known animal. Locals described it as the lament of lost souls. At times, these sounds even reached the edge of the woods, disturbing the sleep of nearby families. Several settlers reported seeing strange lights deep within the woods at night. Small, flickering orbs of reddish-green light floated in the distance, moving unpredictably through the trees. Some claimed that staring at these lights caused them to pass out, only to awaken hours later outside the forest, disoriented and terrified. The most chilling aspect of these events was the disappearance of people. There were numerous accounts of individuals entering the woods, never to return. Search parties often found no trace of the missing except for peculiar scorch marks on the ground, circular patches of burnt grass near the trees. This fueled speculation of supernatural activity. In desperation, some brave individuals ventured into the woods at night to uncover the source of these phenomena. However, most never came back. Those who did return were traumatized and refused to speak of what they had encountered. Their silence only deepened the mystery surrounding the forest. The Ohio woods have long been a hotspot for strange and unexplained phenomena, with numerous documented accounts over the years that continue to fuel speculation and fear. These incidents, ranging from mysterious lights to chilling sounds and baffling disappearances, are not just folklore but are recorded in local archives and eyewitness testimonies. One of the most frequently reported phenomena in the woods is the appearance of strange, flickering lights. Eyewitnesses describe them as glowing orbs, often reddish or greenish in hue, that hover and move unpredictably through the trees. A well-documented account from 1893 details a group of loggers who spotted the lights late at night. Intrigued, they followed the orbs deeper into the woods, only to become disoriented. Hours later, they were found wandering in circles, unable to explain how they got lost so close to camp.
In 1967, a local journalist attempted to film the lights, but his footage showed only static and distorted imagery. He described an overwhelming feeling of dread while in the woods, as though he was being watched by an unseen force.
Many reports speak of strange and unsettling noises emanating from the woods, particularly at night. Witnesses describe hearing high-pitched wails, deep guttural growls, and rhythmic drumming sounds that seem to echo without an identifiable source. In a notable 1924 account, a family living near the woods kept a detailed diary of nightly disturbances. The journal spoke of a sound like crying children, which grew louder every evening until they eventually abandoned their home.
Modern-day recordings of these sounds have baffled experts, as they don't match known wildlife or natural phenomena. Paranormal investigators suggest the noises could be linked to energy anomalies or even residual hauntings.
The most chilling accounts are those of people who entered the woods and never returned. Over the decades, dozens of cases have been documented where individuals vanished without a trace. In 1912, a well-publicized search for a missing boy named Thomas Calloway gripped the local community. Despite extensive efforts involving hundreds of volunteers, the only trace found was a small, scorched patch of grass near the base of a towering oak tree. In 1985, a hiker named Sarah Green disappeared after venturing into the forest alone. Her backpack was discovered weeks later in perfect condition, resting at the center of another scorched circle. Theories range from alien abductions to interdimensional portals, but no concrete explanation has ever been established. The Ohio woods have been the site of numerous inexplicable events, documented and witnessed by locals and investigators alike. These occurrences, ranging from eerie lights to untraceable disappearances, remain unsolved and continue to captivate those who dare to delve into the forest's secrets. One of the earliest recorded mysteries involves Henry Miller, a seasoned trapper who had spent years navigating the Ohio woods. In the winter of 1878, Miller ventured into the forest to check his traps, but never returned. A search party found his camp undisturbed, with his tools and supplies neatly arranged. Oddly, his footprints led deep into the woods, but stopped abruptly in a clearing. Locals claimed to have seen strange lights hovering in the area shortly before Miller's disappearance. To this day, no trace of him has been found, leaving investigators puzzled and the community haunted by his fate. In 1911, a local school organized a picnic near the forest's edge. During the event, several children wandered into the woods despite warnings to stay nearby. Moments later, the group reported seeing a floating woman in white who beckoned them deeper into the trees.
The children fled in terror, and though none were harmed, they described the figure with remarkable consistency.
Teachers dismissed the sighting as mass hysteria, but parents insisted it was a warning. Decades later, similar sightings of the Lady of the Woods have been reported, often accompanied by unexplained temperature drops and faint whispers. In June 1953, a group of hikers exploring the Ohio woods encountered a thick, unnatural fog. According to their accounts, the fog seemed to move with intent, surrounding them completely. Compasses and flashlights stopped working, and they described hearing faint whispers and footsteps within the mist.
After what felt like hours, we emerged from the fog to find ourselves miles from our original location. One hiker, James Hartman, later claimed to have seen a shadowy figure standing in the fog just before it dispersed.
The group's report attracted attention from paranormal researchers, but no scientific explanation has been provided. In 1987, two siblings, Lisa and David Carter, went missing while playing near their family's cabin on the outskirts of the woods. A search ensued, but the only clue was a set of small, charred footprints leading to an otherwise undisturbed patch of ground.
Weeks later, I was found wandering near the edge of the forest, dehydrated and disoriented. I couldn't recall what had happened, but spoke of a man with glowing eyes who kept repeating, "You are not ready."
David was never found, and Lisa's fragmented memories have only deepened the mystery. A recent account comes from amateur paranormal investigator Rachel Summers, who ventured into the woods to document the mysterious lights. Armed with cameras and sensors, the Beast of Busco is one of Ohio's most enduring local legends, centering around reports of a massive snapping turtle said to inhabit Churubusco's Falk Lake. Although technically from Indiana, the legend has made its way into Ohio folklore due to its proximity and the shared fascination with cryptids.
In 1898, I claimed to have seen a giant turtle in my lake, describing it as a creature the size of a dining room table.
The legend lay dormant until the late 1940s, when Gail Harris, the new owner of the property, reported similar sightings.
The story captured public attention, leading to a series of dramatic but unsuccessful attempts to capture the creature.
The Beast of Busco has since become a symbol of small-town mystery and perseverance, celebrated with annual festivals. For Ohio, the legend blends seamlessly with its own love of cryptozoological tales, inspiring comparisons to other mysterious creatures rumored to roam the state's waterways. The Serpent Mound, located in Adams County, Ohio, is a prehistoric effigy mound believed to date back over 1,000 years. Its coiled serpent-like structure spans nearly 1,300 feet, making it one of the largest and most significant earthworks in the world. While its exact origins remain uncertain, scholars attribute the mound to the Adena, or Fort Ancient cultures. Its purpose is equally mysterious. Theories suggest it could be an astronomical calendar, a ceremonial site, or a tribute to a spiritual figure associated with snakes. Local legends add a supernatural twist to the Serpent Mound story. Some believe it marks the burial site of a mythical serpent deity, while others claim it serves as a conduit for energy or a portal to other dimensions. Visitors to the Serpent Mound often report unusual experiences such as feelings of heightened energy, strange light phenomena, and an overwhelming sense of reverence. The site's alignment with celestial events, like solstices, further deepens its allure, blending history with mysticism. The Peninsula Ghost Town, located in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, the abandoned town of Boston Mills, also known as Helltown, is steeped in eerie tales of ghostly apparitions, mysterious lights, and government conspiracies. The Loveland Frogmen. In the 1950s and 1970s, witnesses reported seeing humanoid frogs near the Little Miami River in Loveland. These bizarre creatures are described as bipedal with leathery skin and glowing eyes. The Ohio Grassman. Often compared to Bigfoot, this creature is said to stalk the woods of eastern Ohio. Reports describe it as a large, hairy biped with a foul odor, known for building grass nests and emitting loud, guttural screams. The Ohio woods are more than just a setting for myths and mysteries. They are a reflection of the region's identity, history, and community spirit. Legends like the Mothman, the Beast of Busco, and the Serpent Mound serve as cultural cornerstones, blending history, folklore, and a shared sense of wonder. These tales continue to thrive because they resonate deeply with the people of the area, offering a lens through which to explore the unknown and celebrate local heritage. In the early days of settlement, oral storytelling was vital for preserving history and culture. Tales of strange creatures or supernatural phenomena provided entertainment while reinforcing community bonds. Stories like the Beast of Busco became a way for people to share experiences of the unexplained, passing down not just the details but the emotions tied to them. These legends often carried moral or cautionary elements, warning against venturing too far into the woods or disrespecting nature. Over time, the storytelling tradition evolved, with each generation adding new details and interpretations, ensuring these legends remained relevant. The Mothman has become a symbol of mystery and forewarning, reflecting the human fascination with the unknown. In Ohio, where the woods are both beautiful and forbidding, the Mothman embodies the duality of awe and fear associated with the wilderness. The Serpent Mound. As one of Ohio's most significant historical landmarks, the Serpent Mound symbolizes the deep connection between ancient cultures and the land. It ties modern communities to their prehistoric roots, serving as a reminder of the region's long history of mystery and innovation. The Ohio Grassman and other cryptids. These creatures reflect the rugged, untamed nature of Ohio's forests, representing the wilderness that early settlers had to contend with and the mysteries that remain unsolved. Ohio has embraced its legends as a way to foster tourism and community pride. Festivals, museums, and themed merchandise draw visitors from across the country, turning these tales into economic assets. For example, Mothman Festival, while centered in West Virginia, the legend draws visitors to Ohio due to shared sightings, Serpent Mound tours. The mound attracts archaeologists, historians, and tourists interested in ancient cultures and their mysteries. Local tours and events, ghost walks, cryptid hunts, and folklore nights keep these legends alive while bringing communities together. These activities create a shared cultural experience where locals and visitors alike participate in the stories, keeping them alive for future generations. Perhaps the greatest impact of these legends is the sense of wonder they inspire. The stories encourage curiosity about history, nature, and the boundaries of what we can explain. They also foster a sense of belonging as people take pride in the unique heritage of their region. In a rapidly modernizing world, these legends serve as anchors to the past, reminding communities of the mysteries that have always surrounded them. Whether you believe in the Mothman, the Grassman, or the magic of the Serpent Mound, the stories remind us that some questions are best left unanswered, and that's where the magic lies. Seeking explanations, science, and superstition. Scientific explanation, faulty wiring, old or poorly maintained wiring can cause flickering lights or appliances turning on and off unexpectedly, electromagnetic fields or EMFs. High EMF levels from power lines or appliances can interfere with electronics and even cause feelings of paranoia or unease in some people. The lights in the old house flickered, casting long, wavering shadows on the walls. Electrician, it's just old wiring. But why, Anna wondered, did the flickering always stop the moment she stepped into the room? Scientific explanation pareidolia, the human brain's tendency to perceive patterns like faces or figures in random shapes, such as shadows, smoke or reflections. Sleep paralysis. During sleep paralysis, individuals may experience vivid hallucinations of shadowy figures while unable to move. The shadow by the door shouldn't have been there. It looked too much like a person.
It's just a trick of the light, Anna muttered, her voice shaky.
But then it moved, stepping into the moonlight. Scientific explanation: infrasound, low-frequency sound waves often produced by wind or machinery can induce feelings of unease, chills, or even auditory hallucinations like whispers, echoes, and acoustics. Certain architectural designs amplify and distort sounds, making normal noises seem otherworldly. The whispers came at night, faint and elusive, carried on the wind through the old stone corridors.
It's just the way sound travels in a house like this, my friend had said.
But why did the whispers always seem to know her name? Scientific explanation. Drafts from hidden vents or poorly sealed windows can cause noticeable cold spots. Old buildings with poor insulation often have uneven temperature distribution, especially near walls or floors. The air was warm everywhere except for that one corner of the room where the temperature plummeted. She placed her hand against the wall, expecting to find a crack or draft. Instead, it felt icy to the touch, as though something was breathing cold air onto her skin. Scientific explanation. Sudden shifts in air pressure can cause doors to open or close unexpectedly. Old houses often creak or shift, and loose hinges or uneven floors can cause objects to move slightly. The door swung open with a loud creak, revealing the dark hallway beyond.
It's just the wind, she told herself.
But as she moved to close it, the door slammed shut on its own, as if something unseen was pushing against her. Items vanishing or reappearing. It's a phenomenon that has puzzled many of us at some point in our lives. Misplacement. Stress or distraction can cause people to forget where they placed items. It's more common than you might think. Small earthquakes or vibrations. Objects may shift or fall due to subtle tremors. Sometimes we don't even feel these tiny movements. Her locket was gone from the dresser, though she distinctly remembered placing it there. She searched for hours only to find it neatly lying on her pillow later that night. How could this happen? In a ghost story, scientific explanations should offer plausible reasons for the phenomena, but leave just enough unexplained to maintain the supernatural edge. There's always a rational explanation, Dr. Carter said, turning off his EMF meter. But as he walked away, the air behind him grew cold, and a faint whisper echoed, "Stay." Folklore and human perception play a central role in shaping, sustaining, and amplifying mysterious phenomena, especially those tied to ghost stories, supernatural events, or unexplained occurrences. Below is an exploration of how these elements intertwine to create enduring mysteries. Folklore as a cultural framework. Folklore serves as a repository of collective human fears, hopes, and values passed down through generations. Preservation of mysteries. Folk tales often frame unexplained events as supernatural, embedding them in cultural traditions and ensuring their survival over time. Example: a village might attribute mysterious lights in the forest to the spirits of lost travelers, turning a natural phenomenon like bioluminescence into a ghostly legend. Amplification through storytelling. With each retelling, stories are embellished to heighten their impact, further cementing the mystery in collective memory. Human perception and cognitive bias. Our perception of the world is influenced by psychological and neurological factors that make us prone to interpreting ambiguous stimuli in dramatic or supernatural ways. Pattern recognition. Humans are wired to find patterns and assign meaning to them, often leading to misinterpretations of natural phenomena. Example: shadows in the dark might appear as figures due to pareidolia, where the brain perceives familiar shapes in randomness. Confirmation bias. People tend to focus on evidence that supports their existing beliefs, reinforcing supernatural explanations while dismissing logical ones. Example: if a house is rumored to be haunted, any creak or gust of wind may be interpreted as ghostly activity. Emotional state. Fear, stress, or grief can heighten sensitivity to environmental stimuli, making mundane occurrences feel extraordinary. Folklore and identity. Folklore often reflects the identity and values of a community, giving a supernatural explanation a deeper meaning tied to local culture. Moral lessons. Stories about ghosts or curses often serve as cautionary tales, warning against forbidden actions or disrespecting sacred spaces. Example: legends of a ghostly figure haunting a lake may stem from historical warnings to avoid its dangerous waters. Connection to place folklore ties mysteries to specific locations, turning them into cultural landmarks. Example: a haunted castle or forest becomes a point of local pride and intrigue, drawing in storytellers and tourists alike. The role of media in perpetuating mysteries. Modern media and entertainment draw heavily from folklore, amplifying stories and embedding them further in popular culture. Films and literature. Movies and books often dramatize ghost stories or urban legends, keeping them alive for new audiences. Example: legends of the Lady in White have inspired countless adaptations, each adding new layers to the myth. Social media viral stories and videos of supposed supernatural events can spread rapidly, creating a feedback loop of belief and skepticism. Folklore versus science. The dual lens. Folklore often thrives where scientific understanding is incomplete or inaccessible, explaining the unexplained. When science cannot immediately explain a phenomenon, folklore steps in to fill the gap with supernatural theories. For example, before the concept of sleep paralysis was understood, it was often attributed to a demon or spirit sitting on the sleeper's chest, blurring the lines. Even when science offers plausible explanations, the allure of folklore can be stronger. People may choose to believe the legend because it is more engaging or emotionally satisfying. How folklore evolves with perception. Folklore is not static. It evolves as perceptions and cultural contexts change. Adapting to modern fears, folklore adapts to reflect contemporary anxieties such as ghosts being tied to abandoned hospitals or mysterious entities being linked to technology. For example, the urban legend of the phantom hitchhiker reflects fears surrounding travel and isolation, globalization and syncretism. In a connected world, folklore from different cultures blends, creating new hybrid mysteries. For instance, the blending of Western ghost stories with Asian traditions has led to globally recognized archetypes like vengeful spirits. The enduring appeal of mystery. The human fascination with the unknown ensures that folklore and perception will continue to shape mysteries. Psychological need. Mystery and the supernatural provide a sense of wonder, encouraging exploration and imagination. Social bonding, sharing ghost stories or discussing strange occurrences fosters community and connection. The role of folklore and human perception in shaping and perpetuating mysteries. The dense, sprawling woods of Ohio have long served as fertile ground for mystery, blending natural wonder with folklore and the ceaseless curiosity of humanity. In this intersection of science, mythology, and human imagination, the woods transform from mere landscapes into enigmatic spaces where the known and unknown collide. The Ohio woods are rich with biodiversity and geological features that can inspire wonder or fear, depending on how they are perceived.
Bioluminescent organisms like glowing fungi or fireflies can light up the forest floor, creating eerie supernatural scenes that science explains through biochemistry. For instance, locals might interpret ghostly glows as spirits wandering the woods, while science attributes it to armillaria fungi breaking down organic material.
Infrasound and acoustics also play a role. Low-frequency sounds produced by wind passing through trees or caves can create unsettling vibrations.
These sounds could be attributed to whispers of forest spirits or cries of lost souls. And then, there are optical illusions. Fog, shadows, and dappled moonlight in the dense woods can create the illusion of figures or movement.
The brain's tendency to fill in gaps, known as pareidolia, can explain why people see faces or bodies in the trees. Folklore thrives in environments like Ohio's woods, where isolation and natural beauty evoke the mystical.
Local legends are filled with stories of shadowy figures, ghostly apparitions, and unexplained disappearances. Take, for example, the Crybaby Bridge legend. People report hearing a child's cries, tying into larger narratives of tragedy and unresolved spirits.
Indigenous myths also play a significant role. Native American tribes, such as the Shawnee and Miami, have rich oral traditions that describe the woods as sacred or as homes to powerful spirits.
Stories of shape-shifting beings, like the Wendigo, blend cautionary tales with environmental reverence. And then, we have modern urban legends. Tales of cryptids like the Ohio Grassman, a Sasquatch-like creature, show how folklore evolves with contemporary influences.
The mystery of the woods invites exploration and speculation, fueled by humanity's innate desire to understand and uncover hidden truths. Forests symbolize the untamed and mysterious, drawing adventurers, scientists, and storytellers alike. Amateur paranormal investigators, hikers, and cryptozoologists flock to these woods, each with their lens, scientific tools, or belief in the supernatural. Woods evoke primal fears tied to survival instincts, amplifying the effect of any unusual experiences. Stories of haunted woods create a mental framework that predisposes visitors to interpret mundane occurrences as paranormal. The most fascinating aspect of the Ohio woods lies in the overlap between what science can explain and what mythology imagines.
Take, for instance, the humming trees. Legends say certain trees sing to travelers, guiding them to safety. We explain this phenomenon as vibrations caused by wind or insects. And then there are the phantom lights. Mythology ties them to spirits, but geology suggests they could be swamp gas or reflections from distant sources.
Myths often arise from misunderstood natural phenomena, while scientific exploration is inspired by questions posed by these very myths. Advancements in technology provide tools to explore the Ohio woods in ways that merge science with mythological intrigue.
Drone surveys and sensors can capture images and detect movements, unraveling mysteries once considered supernatural. Acoustic studies allow us to analyze and identify strange sounds, differentiating animal calls from perceived ghostly cries.
Despite explanations, the emotional and cultural resonance of myths ensures they persist, even in the face of scientific clarity. The woods serve as a liminal space, a boundary between civilization and the untamed wild, where anything seems possible. Myths offer comfort lessons or warnings, filling gaps where science has yet to tread. Each new discovery or experience reshapes the narrative, keeping the woods alive in collective imagination. The Ohio woods remain a timeless enigma, a place where nature's beauty intertwines with human imagination to create an ever-evolving tapestry of mystery. These dense, shadowy forests have captured the human spirit for generations, offering an endless source of fascination and fear. The allure lies in their duality. By day, the woods are a sanctuary of vibrant wildlife, tranquil streams and whispering leaves, but by night, they transform into a realm of shadows, strange sounds and ghostly whispers. Stories of haunted bridges, glowing orbs, and elusive creatures ignite the imagination, fueled by the rich folklore of Native American legends and modern urban myths. Science offers plausible explanations for many phenomena. The flickering lights of bioluminescent fungi, the eerie cries of nocturnal animals, or the disorienting effect of infrasound. Yet for every question answered, new mysteries arise, perpetuated by human curiosity and the unshakable allure of the unknown. What makes the Ohio woods truly enduring is their ability to evoke wonder. They remind us of the world's wildness and our own limitations in understanding it fully. Whether through scientific exploration or the retelling of haunting tales, the mystery of the Ohio woods continues to captivate, inviting us to venture deeper into their shadows in search of answers and perhaps more questions. Join the conversation, share your experiences. The Ohio woods hold a unique mystery that means something different to everyone. For some, it's a place of peace and natural beauty. For others, it's a setting for eerie encounters and spine-chilling stories. Whether you've explored its trails, heard whispers of its legends, or experienced something you can't quite explain, your story adds another layer to the mystique. We'd love to hear from you. Have you ever seen strange lights in the woods, heard unexplainable sounds, felt the presence of something you couldn't see? Or maybe you have your own scientific or cultural perspective on the tales that surround these woods. Share your experiences, thoughts, or theories in the comments. Let's explore this enduring mystery together and keep the conversation alive. After all, every story, question, and insight brings us closer to understanding, or deepens the mystery even further. A final reflection, the power of mystery. Mystery holds a unique power over the human imagination. It draws us in, ignites our curiosity, and invites us to explore the boundaries between what we know and what we can only wonder about. The Ohio woods, with their haunting beauty and endless stories, are a testament to this power. Mysteries thrive in the spaces where certainty fades, where the rustle of leaves becomes a whisper, where a fleeting shadow stirs questions, and where the familiar transforms into the unknown. They remind us of the vastness of the world and our place within it, challenging us to see beyond the ordinary and consider possibilities we may never fully understand. But perhaps the true magic of mystery lies not in finding answers, but in the journey it inspires. It connects us to one another through shared stories and dreams, weaving a collective tapestry of wonder. The Ohio woods endure not just because of their secrets, but because of the timeless fascination they spark in all of us who dare to look deeper. May we always keep the spirit of curiosity alive, embracing the unknown as a source of endless inspiration. For in every mystery lies the potential for discovery and the thrill of imagination set free.